Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. It's a ghost story that never happened. So, we were riding through the mountains, and it was raining, and it was slippery, and there were trucks, and the ride was unknown. Our driver had never driven that way either. And as we made it through the mountains, it felt like it just kept getting longer and longer and longer and slipperier. And so the driver began to tell us his story. He had been in the military, and then he had been a contractor, and then he came back home to visit family. And just at that time, everything was shut down, and he couldn't go back to work because of coronavirus, couldn't leave the country. And so he wondered what he would do. And he used this time to go to flight school because he wanted to become a commercial pilot. And he literally had just finished all of his work to be a pilot. And he started taking top jobs driving so that he could pay for that pilot's license. So not only was he a good driver in that wet, slippery mountain, he is also a really good pilot and a good person. But as it became a little bit more harrowing through the mountains and very windy and the car is pulling, he put on Whitney Houston. And we were singing along as if we could hit the high notes and trying to riff with Whitney Houston. And we all had a really good time. And we finally made it to our destination. It was beautiful and amazing. But somewhere along that ride, I closed my eyes. And as soon as I closed my eyes, I saw that driver on the way back, careening through that traffic and going through a barrier and riding over the mountain to his demise. I opened my eyes, and Whitney Houston was still playing, and he was still driving. So when we pulled into the resort, I said to him, "Young man, do you feel like going back over that mountain?" He said, "Not really." And I said, "Then you should stay here also." He said, "Are you kidding?" And I said, "No, we'll put you up in a room because there are things that could happen, and they don't have to happen. If we see them happening, we can stop them from happening." So I'm like praying that maybe Sunday night's discounted. And I get in, and Sunday night's discounted. And it was really, really a low price. And he's so grateful, and he's so thankful. And he said he would come back and get us to take us back over the mountains. And then we got into our room, and my friend said, "Look at this suite. This big pull-out couch. It's got another bathroom over here. He could have stayed in here." And I was like, "Look, he could also be a serial killer. Don't take it too far." Here's the thing. There are a lot of things in our life, dangerous things, difficult things, terrible things that could happen to us and to the people we love. I think sometimes we get to see into that possibility also. Sometimes we just kind of brush it away as a crazy thought we had. And sometimes it's a premonition, a warning of what could be if we don't do the right thing. I don't know what would have happened, what could have happened, but I know that someday I'm going to get on a plane and look in the cockpit and see my young driver flying my plane. I love you.